guys see that? I love this car. Especially when you have a tunnel like that. It's unbelievable. But you may or not have heard a Ferrari 458 in front of me. Unfortunately, didn't have the front facing camera on at the time, but it was a 458 Speciale, and did it sound good? You might have heard it. I will try and find the clip if I can so I can replay it. But no, it did sound good. But no, I think my car sounds pretty good. A V6 3.5 litre engine with the new exhaust system. All is good. Oh, hang on a sec. The Ferrari's just there. Can we catch up to him? Can we catch up to him? Can we? Nope. There's a Ford Focus in front of me. Damn it. I want to try and get a clip of this Ferrari. He might be, if he joins the motorway.
Red light camera reported ahead.
Okay, thanks. Red light camera. Anyway, but there's a Ferrari 458 ahead of me. Can we get there? Right. There's a Ford Focus in front of me at the moment. Let's see if we can get this Ferrari. Okay, it depends where the Focus is going. It depends where the Ferrari's going. Where would they be going? I don't know. I have no idea. Where would this Ferrari go? Oh, is it a 458 or is it a 488? It looks like a Ferrari 488. But it's a Spider. It's definitely a Spider. Just to show you what I can see from my angle. You can see it just there in front of the Ford Focus. That's what I'm seeing right now. I believe it's a Ford Focus. Ford Focus? Yeah, the car in front of Ford Focus. But that car, I think it's a 488. Might be a 488 or might be a 458. We'll have to see. But I think it says a 4... I think it might be a 458 Spider or a 488 Spider. But anyway, let's try and find him. Where is he going? Where is he going? Where does this guy want to go? Like, I'm sure he might be going motorway, but in a Ferrari, you might want to go back roads. You don't know. Right, where are we going? There we go. The moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Where will he go? Where will this guy go? Oh! Get out the way, Ford Focus. We don't need you. I'm behind the Ferrari, boys. I'm behind the Ferrari. The Ferrari. What is it? It's a 458 Speciale. 458 Spider. Right. Here it go! You can hear my car in the background. Oh man, he's going off to London. Damn it, and my car's not fully warm either. You might be able to hear that. You might. Oh, he just downshifted as well. What a legend. Oh man, that was a fun surprise this morning. A 458 Spider Speciale. Pretty impressive, man, that was good. Hello and welcome back to a brand new video where today is pretty much an exciting day for me and for the car, for the Nissan 350z. Now the reason why it's a special day, it's not its birthday, however, it's exam time. It's the MOT test, it's the anniversary of the MOT, and it's my first ever MOT in this car. This car's had, I think, 4 or 5 MOTs in its history, however, it's my very first MOT in this car. Now what I'm most excited for is that this is my first MOT with this car. Now it's going to be quite interesting because, you know, will it pass, will it fail, will there be any advisories, will there be any majors? And I'm like, well, hopefully there isn't, you know, hopefully there's no majors because otherwise it will fail. Hopefully there's no minors, because there really shouldn't be any minors. I mean, this car's done, what, 27,000 miles. I mean, we're getting close to 28,000, but, you know, this car is a very low mileage Nissan 350z. And the advisories on the old MOT, when I bought it from the dealer, well, actually, funny enough, so the place I'm going to is actually the place where this car's been for the last like 5 or 6 years. So the guy lived nearby, and for me, it's around about, what does it say, about a 28-mile journey. Now, the guys over there are fantastic. They did my clutch, they did my flywheel, and they're really nice guys. So I have 2 Nissan specialists which I go to. I go to a place called Horsham Development, and those are the guys which do, like, I would say, like, all the modifications if I want like new brakes, if I want a remap done and all that kind of stuff. Then these guys are for anything I want doing to the car, like MOT tests, maybe like a new clutch, whatever. But no, these guys are sound, and I'm lucky that I have 2 options. So this car used to go to this place, and it's called like J-Tech Automotive or something. It's basically a company in Basingstoke, and they're a Nissan specialist, but they're also a Volvo specialist, and they do other cars as well. Anyway, so this car used to go there a lot, and the owner of the garage actually wanted to buy this car from the guy who sold it. But unfortunately, he didn't want to buy it in the end because he needed to buy a family car for his children, and you know the drill. You know, I think when you become a family man, sports cars is like one day, but for now we need a big family hatchback or a, I don't know, whatever, some type of family car. So this car was part of their family, really, been there for the last 5 or 6 years, and I thought, you know, why not take it back? This place can be my MOT place, and you know, it should be pretty good. So the advisories, like I said, so these guys who I'm going to gave the last advisory. When I got this car from the dealer, they did a new MOT, and they said there's no advisory. So being a dealer, they might be like, yes, you know, don't let the new owner know, so we don't have to like drop any value in price. So, but those advisories have been fixed. Early this year, I went to Horsham Development, and I got myself, what did I get myself? I got myself a new gearbox oil change, a new rear differential change. Pretty much, I got a bunch of stuff changed. But I also asked them to check my advisories, and they fixed the new bushes with these like permanent ones, which are like lifetime. They're pretty expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they're really expensive. I mean, I could have went for the normal rubber ones, but apparently, they were, you know, that's what the car had originally. You know, they're gonna deteriorate after so many years. These ones are not going to, but they're very expensive. I thought, you know, let's get the job done. One-off price, bish bash bosh, you know the drill. So there shouldn't be any advisory. Now, the only thing I might be worried about is my exhaust. The reason why I'm a bit worried about my exhaust is potentially, you know, there could be a leak. There could be, you know, the emissions might be too hot. When you put a new exhaust on, which is aftermarket, you do have those questions in mind where you're like, well, is there a leak? Hopefully there's not. You know, will it pass emissions? Hopefully it does. So that's the only thing which I'm a little bit worried about, but nevertheless, it should be a fun journey. So I'm heading over there now, MOT test. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also getting my clutch fluid change. So I thought, why not do it at the same time? So I'm using this Castrol like React Performance stuff. Apparently it's like best of the best stuff. It's quite expensive. I think it's like £12 for a litre. I've got 2 litres, and I'm asking them to change my clutch fluid, because my clutch fluid at the moment is like, it's fine, but there's quite a lot of like dark stuff. And if you own a Nissan 350z, ZZ, wherever you're from, sometimes I say like Nissan 350z, sometimes I say Nissan 350z. I don't know which is the correct way to spell it, but or spell it, Matt, say it, well, you know, and you know what I mean. And so if you own a Nissan 350z, you might know that, you probably do know, is the clutch will be very light, and then the second it starts to warm up, it's pretty heavy. And my friend Charles, you know Charles, you know, he said he's not a big fan of that, because he's like, well, why does the car have a light clutch, then a heavy clutch, all in the space of just like maybe like half an hour, which is, you know, kind of strange. So using this new Castrol React Performance .4 has a higher boiling point, and therefore, you know, the clutch shouldn't really get as warm. I don't know. I'll give you guys my impressions on the way home, if it makes any difference at all. But all I care about is getting rid of like this like black tar stuff inside, and I would do it myself, but I don't know. Maybe one day I'll teach myself how to be a mechanic. But for now, we're gonna head over to Basingstoke to get my MOT done, and my new clutch fluid, which I'm very excited about.
made it, boys. We have made it. We made a wrong turning, but we're here. And yeah, it's literally in the middle of nowhere. But no, we made it, which is awesome. So we're gonna check in, get the car ready and stuff, and then, I don't know, I might just edit on my Mac for an hour or so, because the MOT is probably going to take like 45 minutes, and then the thing itself, the clutch fluid change might take like half an hour. So yeah, we've just made it. So we've just made it to the garage, and what we're going to do now is simply just drive over there so we can pull up, get ready, and get ready for the MOT test as well as the clutch fluid change. So there she is, currently being MOT'd. You've got one camera there, and she's just being MOT'd right now. So you might be able to hear the car right now, but I'm excited for when he does like the emissions test, because it'll be pretty loud, which makes up. I'm also nervous for that because I don't know, it should pass emissions, but you don't know. But now it's going to be exciting when he goes rum, 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 because we're like in like a warehouse, so it should be pretty damn awesome. So guys, guess what? The car passes MOT. Woohoo! Yes, round of applause. Yes, it passed. It only had 2 advisories, and I think it was like front near side and rear near side valve, which is like just deteriorating, I guess. I don't know, something with the valve system where like you pump air in for your tyres. Apparently it might need replacing, but I mean, does anyone really replace the valves? I don't know. But apparently those are advisories, so I'm like, well, emissions was fine, exhaust was fine, it sounded amazing, and yeah, it was good. So the new clutch fluid is in. Honestly, I do feel a difference. I mean, the car is warm. You know, I guess because whatever clutch fluid it was before, don't know when it got changed, but, you know, this is Castrol React Performance, top of the range oil, and to be honest, I mean, come on, like, it's good, like, you know, Castrol know their oil. I mean, they just do, don't they? But no, so far the clutch seems better responsive, and all that kind of stuff. But no, we're about 30 minutes away from home. So the real review is when we get home, I'll be like, well, you know, it's definitely better than it was before, because obviously it was getting heavier as I was getting here. But I'm not really fussed, really. I mean, I had a really heavy clutch in my Renault Clio, and that was my first car, and I got used to that. But there's some Hyundai i20. You know when you go to a roundabout and you're like, right, I'm going to approach this roundabout in 3rd gear, and then you're like, the guy in front is just so slow. Oh man, I love this exhaust system. It's so good. The guys even said like it sounded great. It was so good, like in the little in their warehouse type thing. I did mention, like, on the video on my phone. On my phone, no, there was a video which I mentioned speaking about. So when I was in the MOT place, I said to you guys, I honestly cannot wait for them to do the emissions test so I can see pretty much how loud it is. So they want to rev it, but I forgot that they just hold it at like 3,000 RPM, and to be honest, like, it sounded pretty quiet. But every so often, when they would like reverse the car or go forward, it sounded loud. So, I don't know, maybe the guy just revved it really low, I don't know, who knows, but to be honest, it sounded good. Like, every time, you could, like, when they started the car, you heard them, when they were moving the car around, it was rum, 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 rum. It was obviously not that exact noise, but it was like rum, it was rum, rum, rum. It was honestly amazing, and, you know, I'm very, very happy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head home. Originally I was going to go to my girlfriend's house, and that was going to be like a nice drive from Basingstoke all the way to where she lives, down these country lanes, about an hour drive. But unfortunately she's unwell, so I won't be seeing her. So plans have now changed, so we're going to head home, probably going to record a few videos and play golf this weekend, funny enough. I do enjoy the odd golf, and this car, you know, is it for golf, this car? I mean, if you own a Nissan 350z, you would have seen in the boot there's a sticker which is like, oh, you can fit 2 golf bags in, but I don't think you can fit clubs. I don't know, it's weird how the guys from Japan were like, yep, we'll put this sticker in because it's going to sell more to golf enthusiasts. Maybe, I don't know, but personally I don't really fit much in the boot. I mean, the most I probably put in was when I went to Costco and I had, like, this is not my stuff, my dad's stuff, like laundry detergent, washing up liquid, I had some food in there, which was obviously mine, but you know, it was quite full. Honestly, you can't really fit much in the boot. but I'm not fussed, you know. It's a sports car. This is not a taxi. This is not, you know, a chauffeur. This is all about rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated engine. You know, I don't know. This car is just amazing, and I'm good. But some of you have been asking, Matt, what is the next car? I don't know. I mean, the car passes MOT. It was cheap, you know, £45 for the MOT test. What the flip? Oh, that was all. I was like, what's that noise? I think it was someone left like a drink carton on the floor. I don't know. Somebody said, Matt, what is the next car? I have no idea. I mean, this MOT today was cheap and passed the MOT. I mean, the MOT was £45. Changing the clutch fluid, I think it was like £25. Even I supplied the oil, but obviously the labour. But to be honest, I mean, I don't really know if I want to buy another car yet. This car for me is fantastic. I mean, the only car I would love to buy, and obviously it depends on money, is the Nissan GTR, because that is my dream car. But I don't know, 350z maybe. That's like a little bit more expensive than this, but the Nismo edition. But that's still quite expensive. So I'm too sure about the next car. But got more videos to come. Regarding videos on this car, I don't know really. I mean, we've got, you know, a few more modifications to do, I guess, like remapping it, new brakes, maybe coilovers. But then again, I'm too sure. You know, we'll just see how the world takes us, how this car goes. You know, depending on my job, if I move jobs or I stay where I am, or if I'm doing more mileage. I don't know. I would love to buy a daily. There was a car which my dad used to own, but there's a newer version. But the company sort of like hasn't really gone bust. But you know, MG. You know, like Rover went bust, and then either MG was part of Rover. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of things. But Rover used to be a brand. It still is a brand, but I think they closed. And then MG was like their sporty version of it. But nevertheless, it was like, I don't know. So my dad had an MG-F, and a car which I wouldn't mind buying as a daily is an MG-TF. It's like 2002. You get them for like, say, £2,000 or £3,000 or £4,000. Convertible, rear-wheel drive, 1.8 litre engine, and I'm like, what? That's pretty cool. As a daily, should I have two-seater cars for dailies? I could do. And just have a convertible and a coupe. I don't know. That's a teaser if you're still here to the end of the video. If you are still here, let me know your thoughts about an MG TF. Let me know. But now we're just heading home and near the motorway. So probably cruise there, because what I tend to do is I tend to have fun driving down the back alleys and the back lanes and all that kind of stuff. And then on the motorway, I just cruise, to be honest, like, you know, MPG cruise, and I don't know. The reason why I guess I do that is because motorway, I'm not really, 70 miles an hour the speed limit. You're not really going to go for your... What a beauty! Oh, this car just makes me happy. Yeah, like roads like this where it's a dual carriageway, I'm like, give it a thumbs up, because you know, from a roundabout you can push it and then hit the speed limit, and then yeah, motorway I just cruise and MPG run. But no, about 3.5 miles away from the motorway, I'm like a, what do you call it? What do you call it? A pilot. You know, it's currently 33,000 feet in the air, altitude. You know, the departure time is 17:04. I don't know. I'm just excited. Anyway, let's go on, continue on with the road trip, and yeah, let's head home. So I've just got home, and yeah, like the road trip home was pretty good. Roads were not so busy because it was like lunchtime, but overall, really good day. MOT success, so was the clutch fluid. And I said to you earlier that it was, you know, not really that hard. I came home and it was still quite hard, but not as hard. But I'm guessing it's just like the clutch, like the Nissan clutch, is just how it is. But let me know your thoughts, guys, down below. But nevertheless, I now have performance clutch fluid, which I'm very excited about. But yes, if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to leave a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts regarding today's video. You know, which car do you drive? Let me know. But as always, have a wonderful day. See you guys in my next video. Adios, chaps. Boom.